Our guest tonight is the CEO of Act Like It Entertainment and the CEO of the Global Gangsters Movement. Please welcome to the program, JoJo Capone. Sir, how are you?
Was that a standing ovation?
That was a standing ovation for you, sir.
I'm all right, yourself?
We're doing okay.
Hello, JoJo.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
No need to complain.
All right, I like that. No need to complain. So tell me, okay, so let me get this straight. The label is Act Like It Entertainment and the movement is Global Gangsters, is that right?
Correct.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about what's going on with your record label, and I know you guys have a lot of mixtapes out now. What's popping off with Act Like It Entertainment right now?
Well, actually, right now we just did. I produced movies as well, so I just had a casting call for the film in Philadelphia this weekend, and I'm doing another one. I believe, I'm gonna do another one this weekend coming up in Baltimore, and the one after in Chicago. So I've been, going back and forth with the films at the moment, but we also just dropped 4 iTunes albums. One would be The Home of Capone, Mind, Body, and Soul. That was the first album that I ever put out. Act Like an Entertainment. And the next 3 are about the Global Gangsters, which are Rhyme or Crime, Earth, Fight, Turf, Volume 1 and 2.
Okay, and they're all available on iTunes now. When you talk about these, the movies that you're doing, are they hip hop related movies, or what are you doing with the films? Are you directing them? Are you in them?
Yes, directing and producing, but they're both these going straight to theater. These big budget films, no like direct hip hop film. These like actual real movies.
Oh wow! Can you tell us anything about what they're about?
Yeah, the one that we pushing now is called Dog Men, and the synopsis is out right now. I've actually been in the talks with Mike Epps to probably come on board with me. Partner in with me on the films. He's ecstatic about them, so that's a good thing for me.
That's good. That's good to hear. And Tamika, I know you have a question over there. What's going on?
Well, I want to know what's up with the beef.
Which one?
JoJo. Oh, okay.
Oh, it looks like we lost him. Hopefully.
Yeah, it kind of sounded like we lost them for a minute. But I know JoJo Capone was up in a beef with some people, and
here he is. We got him. Okay.
JoJo, you back?
Which one?
JoJo,
okay,
you back?
which one? Yeah, right. Which one? Okay, which one? Okay, JoJo, this is Tamika. I'm curious about the beef that you had when you said everybody got skeleton in their closet. What's going on? What's good with that?
Huh?
Oh, I'm talking about the skeletons in our closets mixtape. To whom is that dedicated? Who are the people in hip hop out there that you think has skeletons in their closet?
Majority of all of them. If you continue to watch continue to watch TMZ or listen to Blog Talk Radio, and the listeners will tell you 90% of them. Well, not that's too less. That's too less. 99% of them.
So you are in the 1% then. You got no skeletons in the closet.
That's right.
Right.
None whatsoever.
Wow.
And along those lines, I heard that you were supposed to do something with Rick Ross. Rick Ross requested tracks from you guys. You sent them. He didn't respond. Are you guys cool? Is there beef? What's going on between you and Rick
Ross? Here we go.
Well, actually, it is no. I don't consider it an issue of no beef or nothing like that. It's just like I made my point of just being a man of your word. If you say you're gonna do something, do it. Simple as that. Like it don't take all that extra extra hoopla that they want to send you through, because that wasn't the intentions when you even made the statement out your mouth. You know, you only made the statement because you believed in the artist that I have, and you actually basically had them somewhat considerably have a cipher with you, you know, and was blown away by the cipher in front of thousands of people, because it was during a time of a show before the show had started. So, you know, and this was all per his request. Like, y'all spit something in person, let me hear something, and they done that. And he was like, man, when we get back off this tour, we can meet up in Miami and you know, bring the whole team down. Because I was like, did you want just, you know, because there's 5 members in the group, did you want just 1, 2, whatever, you know? Basically, he like, nah, bring them all down. So I'm like, cool, right. You know. So the tour was over. He like, but for now, send 6 records over, and leave 16s open, and then we'll put the difference of the records on it, complete the mixtape, and put it out there, and you know, push it together and see how that turned out, and we'll take it from there. So I'm like, cool. I had the 6 records back to him that same week. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, and when he done the first record, I'm a Hustler with us, I sent him the record, say, this afternoon, and he sent it back to me tonight by 9 o'clock. So that's the person that I was thinking that I was going to be dealing with. You see what I'm saying? So,
yes.
You know, it was no reason for me to think other words, or otherwise, rather. So, you know, so now when that didn't happen, and I didn't hear anything else from him, you know, of course the artist, it was beyond just me telling him what he would do and what he wouldn't do, or what he's saying, you know, just from being told to me. He told this to them, to their face. So, you know, usually managers go through that, like, you know, the manager's broker all deals and situations, you know, but in this case, the artist himself and label owner of his own entity told them that, you know, this what he wanted to do. So it was a different, you know, it was a different situation then once that happened.
Right.
So, you know.
When this sort of stuff happens in the industry and things kind of fall through, how much blame would you know, I know you're really big on keeping your word and telling the truth. So how much, when it comes to artists doing this, how much blame would you put on the artist, and then how much kind of gets put on the management? Do you think that their artist management and their people kind of corrupts what they're supposed to do?
Yeah. It basically taints a lot of relationships, managers, because the manager only trying to get $1. First off, this manager got to see this artist make all this money, and he only gets a percentage of it. So that's one issue, you know. So, you know, everybody might have them little percentages of jealous bones in their body. So, you know, now it's like, okay, you'll see that these artists take a liking to other managers or other dudes that they look up to or whatever, and you feel like your job is in jeopardy. And for me, you know, I kind of think it was, you know, it was kind of alongside those lines, because a lot of these guys just make their best friends or the homies they grew up with, they managers, but these dudes don't understand or don't know nothing about the business. So, you know, and there's a lot of that going on. And then you can have some managers that do know what they're doing, and they're greedy, you know what I'm saying, that they'll have the artist, you know, it's really hard to tell an artist what they really worth. You know what I'm saying? How do you tell a person you worth $65,000 or $85,000 a show? Like, you know, you can you know, once you gross a certain amount of money, but if you haven't done a show or a tour and able to charge that amount, like, you know, so basically even for third parties, like by myself knowing every artist in the game, you know, I could have easily tried to start a booking type situation, because I consult for a lot of them as well. They always calling me for consultants, but they just call it like the big homie hookup. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Big homie, if I'm having this kind of issue or problem, I'm going to just call him, because he's not going to sweat it. He'll give me the real, and that's that. But what happens, they don't know how to compensate you for when you do that for them. You know, if you allow them to do it, they'll keep doing it. You know, they'll call you every chance they get. And then it's like, well, damn, you saying, well, when would they, you know, think to say, okay, well, how your kids, you know, how you feeling today? Or do you need anything? You know what I'm saying? Like that is never no offering from rappers.
Kind of a one-way street.
It's just about what could you get for them.
Right.
And it's kind of like it's a recession like we all suffering from now. And you telling me $1,000 a show and we supposed to be homies, and I know you before you was even getting $200 or $100 a show. It's kind of like disrespectful if you call and say, hey, man, I got a show for you. I got some guys that got probably $30,000. They willing to spend $30,000. But you say, okay, well, it's out of my hands now. It's up with the management, and the management telling you $65,000. Like, the friendship becomes obsolete from that point because it's kind of like, you know, you eat and I get nothing, you know, type of situation. So it makes it seem like you a hater because why would I try to give you, you know, $65,000 for nothing? So it got to be something. So now it's either I'm doing something like brokering this deal for you, hopefully for a feature then. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you still don't gain nothing financially because you're going to get this feature. You're going to get this feature that the label is not going to clear, you know, or not even say they're not going to clear, but I haven't yet seen any other artists push for a feature that they have done to be cleared, you know, and they can do that. You know, so in the song I'm a Hustler for Rick, which we had did with Rick Ross, you know, shout out to E-Class because E-Class felt like he was going to do everything in his power to get the record cleared during the time he made them. So then their situation fell by the wayside. Like, had E-Class still been there, then it wouldn't be no discrepancy at all. You know, so that you know, and for whatever reason, he's not over there or they not in dealings with each other no more that I know of. So, you know, I just left the whole situation alone basically because I know E-Class understand both sides of the fence, the streets and the business side of just being a man of your word. So the dude Gucci Poochie, I really didn't know him like that. I don't know him like that, only from Ross. and you know, from what I'm noticing, everybody dislikes this dude. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and that's sad when even the corporate dudes dislike the guy. You know, so.
So you say that you guys run into, like you and Rick Ross run into each other on the street or in a bar, in a club or whatever. Would you be cordial with him, or would there always be that kind of animosity, like you didn't do what you said you would do?
It's really hard to say, to be honest with you. It's really hard to say, because me personally, I'm a grinder, I'm a hustler, so I really can care less. But my artists don't have to feel that way.
Right. You know, you're looking out for them as well. And you say that because you come from the street, people don't know how to deal with you when it comes to the business side of things. How do you, JoJo, navigate through that and make sure you always come out on top?
Because basically what happens is we're not dealing with a street issue, you know, so why would me being a dude from the street even raise a question? Like, you know, like we dealing with lawyers and black